This week felt like studying. I started trying to figure out this mirroring rotated tilted planes, and although I ended up with a finished drawing, I doubt I could easily replicate this by memory. I worked on some more mirroring examples, and those were luckily quite a bit easier. Then I moved on to creating grids. The methods were interesting, and I went through the process of drawing all of them to try and consolidate the learning. There were quite a few different methods, but no examples of how to build on top of the grid, with the exception of this cube in this example. I might be an exception, but I would have liked to see a bit more of the grids in use. From there were some interesting things about transferring scale and perspective, including putting someone on top of a box or inside a hole. There was yet another grid method for when the vanishing points go out of the page. I worked with it, but at this point I missed drawing and decided to trace one interior scene from the book to see if this would help me. Later, I decided to go through Drawbox's informal demo of an airplane. I did this one fairly quickly and was rather happy with the result. So I thought of checking RapidViz. I had finished the basic construction part from it, and the book had moved to contour lines and rendering. But there was an exercise about changing the contour lines of cars from the 80s, I guess. And on the bottom of the page, it was written, "Draw what you want to learn at light speed." So I made a quick orthogonal drawing based on the car on the top and gave myself 15 minutes to draw it. It felt a bit like my first time gestures with panic throughout. And my result wasn't satisfying at all. I did not build a good box first, and cars need a solid structure. I hope I've learned a lesson there. I went back to study how to draw. There were ellipses, and this part of subdividing was new to me. And creating this spiral staircase involved some mental gymnastics. I followed it with a wheel exercise and finished the week with another attempt at a car. This time, I wanted a car for which I had more than just a side view, and I ended up choosing the simple and yet weird-looking Citroën Ami. I drew front and side draft views and then attempted this three-quarter view from the top. Having the two views really helps, and it was good to try yet another car. I feel that I need to learn what to do to bring the details out better, but although it's tempting to jump on some RapidViz tips on how to render to get the drawings to look a little better, I have a lot of construction work to do with how to draw, as I only got to page 78 so far, and there is a lot more to do with only one last week to go. So this is it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.